And as always, a huge thank you to Poner and Timey for supporting the show. Poner wanted to offer a retrospective as a welcome to Season 2. This episode is where ERB solidified itself as being one of the greats in my eyes. As soon as this came out, I was hooked on believing they outdid any other channel on YouTube with how epic this battle was. And that's what led me to looking further into the series to find hidden audio details and figuring out the references. It's not a series landmark only for the channel change and improvements in production, but also for feeling like the moment ERB became its own subculture, leading to the first channels that would be inspired by the formula. And yeah, I agree, Season 2 really is where ERB feels like it goes from a popular YouTube channel to a cultural phenomenon. Thank you, Poner, for the analysis. And Timey says, still would have liked Easter Bunny vs. Genghis Khan too, but this is acceptable, I guess. And hey, we've got like 7 months till next Easter, plenty of time for production. ERB crew, if you're listening, it's time. Make the ultimate battle happen. Head on over to Ko-fi or Patreon to see how you can also support the show, and let's get started. And what have we got here? Absolute cinema to start off Season 2 with a parody of the unthawing Han Solo scene from Return of the Jedi. I mean, sure, it's a lot of green screen work, but considering where we came from, the color grading and scene lighting alone here probably cost more than the whole first season. And the Bounty Hunter costume also looks really good. Shout out to Verona Blue who's in that thing and would have her career come full circle by actually having some voice roles in the Disney Star Wars era. Hello, Lloyd, and hello, Mustache.
Who are you?
And hello, Vader. Something about that mask is still a little wonky, but the costume looks much more polished than from the first time around.
I got someone who loads you, bitch. Now stand up and ride.
Now, I'm sure all you dorks out there have watched Return of the Jedi, but in case you haven't or it's been a while, Vader's opener here, along with the "Who are you" from Lloyd, is a rework of the actual dialogue from the movie, when Han's thawed out and asks the bounty hunter, "Who are you?" And it's revealed to be Leia, who says, "Someone who loves you." So kicking off Season 2, we're already doing better with referencing source material, and carrying over from the last few episodes of Season 1, Peter as Vader here is opening with one of his signature power moves, this time literally throwing his opponent off balance. Easily worth a point, and boy am I glad we're starting the season off with a positive. Good job, boys, you didn't let me down.
I only thought you out so I could beat your ass a second time.
I'm giving Vader a point here. Despite the glaring flaw in the line, which is he super did not win the first battle. But that said, he's basically toying with his food and lording his position of power in this situation over H-Town here. Since "I freed you just to kick your ass" is a pretty powerful statement. Also, really loving the continuity here with the events of their last battle. It feels good increasing the scope of things with an overarching plot line.
I roar like Chewbacca, the voice of Mufasa.
We've got one of those weird ones here, like the Columbus Kirk Priceline Hotel reference, where suddenly we've switched from talking about the character to the actor. In this case, with the Mufasa line referencing that James Earl Jones voiced both him and Vader. He didn't voice Chewbacca though, so the line doesn't tie together as well as I'd like, but I do think it sounds good sonically, and Vader succeeds in conveying the intimidating and powerful aura he wants to portray here, so it's a point.
I'm on the leader of your Olympic Mufasa.
Well, first of all, I'm impressed they were able to work the word Luftwaffe, the name of the German Air Force, into a rap. It's a really awkward one to slot in anywhere. That said, it's a very clunky line, and I have no idea what "I'm on the leader" means in this case, and I just think the bar is kinda bad. So I'm taking off a point. First negative of the season. Woo!
I strike back hard against a Yahtzee. Brain toss your ass in the air. Yahtzee.
Not 100% what brain toss means as a threat, but it's that pause and the visual of a Yahtzee that really sells this one. It's a point.
Indiana Jones, who the fuck I am.
It's trying for that same thing as the Mufasa line, with Harrison Ford being both Indy and Han Solo, but it doesn't go anywhere with it, so it's kind of just a neutral reference that the actor exists, I guess.
I spit six shit so focused, I'll break your concentration camp.
Damn, that's crazy. Probably one of the darkest things to ever be a pun, but I'm loving it. Here's a point.
I'm a certified Sith Lord, you runt, so suck on these.
These what, sir?
These robot nuts.
That has me cracking up. Same as with the Yahtzee line, it's that pause that really sells it. Runt is a weird insult, but I'll allow it and award a point.
I'm gonna enjoy watching you die, so let me do it, get my food.
Oh, that's so great. Another quote from Return of the Jedi being referenced, it goes hard, and the makeup work done on Nice Peter for Maskless Vader is fantastic. Another point. Wow, Lloyd's got his work cut out for him.
Look stressed, Vader! You appear to be in pain! You need
Well, yeah, that'll help make up the deficit. Wow, so it's a response to Mustache seeing Vader's ugly face. It's a callback to a line from the first battle. It's a historical reference, and it's incredibly funny. Yeah, that's the first 3-pointer of the season.
You leading an army of white men, disgraceful. Even your mic skills still aren't fully operational.
Back to back. I mean, again, we've got the implied historical reference here, use of a quote from Star Wars as part of the diss, and it's really funny. Maybe I'm being generous on this one, but I think it deserves another 3.
You got 5 bitch pregnant and gave into the hate. Now you're 6'6" and black but can't get a date.
Oh my god. I'm in stitches. I feel like I don't need to explain this one. If you've seen the Star Wars prequels and frankly existed in the world, I think you can figure it all out. And you can also probably figure out why I'm awarding yet another 3-pointer.
Lightsaber? You need a lifesaver!
Ugh, what a momentum killer. After all that, a weird reach diss about, I guess, Vader having bad breath? Ordinarily, I might let it slide, but after such great bars, it sticks out as bad and a total unforced error. So, negative point.
Use some of your force to fix your fucking respirator!
Yeah, no, that's just a neutral line. It almost moves toward a good diss, but it just doesn't actually say enough. But whatever, it's decent filler, I guess.
You think you're powerful with your fingerneck pinches? You couldn't even get your own son into the family business!
I get what it's trying to do, and I appreciate the Star Wars plot reference, but it's missing a bit of a so what to fully land the diss, so neutral again.
Everything you do is an epic fail!
Ugh, epic fail. That's a phrase I haven't heard in a long time. A long time. Back in 2011, epic fail was a pretty common thing to say, and I don't know if there's exactly a modern equivalent, and that's probably a good thing. It was pretty cringe to use even at its most popular, and even I knew I was being annoying when I said it. And yes, I admit, I said it. Oh boy, did I say it too many times. Hearing it in this rap, it feels bad, plain and simple. Negative point, we're moving on.
Now stand at attention and think fucking head!
Ooh, wow. I might have to blur that. Yeah, I guess that's better. It has been wild in this battle to see what was able to go on a very popular YouTube channel 15 years ago that we just really couldn't do now. At least without the video being heavily age restricted, flagged, and demonetized. Especially being on what became a Disney property. Anyway, I don't think I can give that a point. Sure, it's got a shock value factor, but it doesn't actually say anything, so it's weirdly just a filler line. The absolute most offensive filler line imaginable, but still a filler line.
What's wrong, Annie? Can't take anymore? Not surprising coming from the Emperor's whore! Yeah!
Yikes, that's a pretty bad line, but based on the way the video and sound is cut and edited, I think it's intended, and I'd argue it isn't even really part of the battle anymore, so we just won't count it. And speaking of, that's it. Yeah, battle just ends there. We get this goofy improv scene where Stephen Hawking comes in, reveals AH is standing on the trap door for the Rancor pit, and he drops down, and we're done. I won't lie, pretty anticlimactic ending. We were just getting a great battle going and then they shortchanged us. That said, this is an incredibly cinematic and impressively high budget opening to the season. Compared to literally everything in season 1, this is such an obvious step up in production quality that you can't help but feel impressed. If the goal with the first Vader-Hitler battle was to prove that this whole epic rap battles concept had legs, the goal here feels like it was to prove that signing with Maker Studios was worth it, and I think they succeed. While I do wish we simply got more raps, it's hard to argue that what we did get wasn't overall very good, and it's satisfying to have the season opener be incredibly close between the two rappers. After all, switching studios can be hard, almost like you're bungee jumping 343 times. It can be like a foreign king demanding fealty. It can be madness. Madness? This is a forced reference to the next battle. See you then, and in the meantime, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch you next time.